Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I hope the setup isn't too weird. I am in the sun. There's no way to avoid it, so I try to make a makeshift like blocker out of trash that's been in my car since December, like old Christmas gift bags and whatnot. So I hope you guys can see me. I don't know how the thumbnail's gonna look because everything was just blurry, but I'm very excited to spend this morning with you guys. Yes, I said morning. So my mom was nice enough to watch my son last night. So instead of having a nice, gentle, slow morning to myself before I go back into mom mode, I figured, why not get McDonald's breakfast with you guys, chit chat, and just hang out. So here I am, and I am getting here I am, of course I'm here. Um, I feel it's so distracting having this thing right here, but I hope everything's okay. I got the steak, egg, and cheese bagel. This is my favorite breakfast at McDonald's. Now, just because it's my favorite does not mean I get it whenever I go to McDonald's to get McDonald's breakfast, because it's so rich. I cannot imagine starting my day with this every single morning. And I just found out that this was not nationwide until last week. This was like a regional breakfast item. Let me just take a bite. I'm sorry. Let me just take a bite. So, this was a regional breakfast item. Bear with me. For a few years. And then when everything happened during like COVID or during 2020, they took it off the menus. So there's a time in my life I was devastated because I never thought I was going to have one of these again. And then they came back a year ago. Now, to me, when they came back, they didn't quite taste like how they did before 2020. Something about it just tasted a little bit different. But they made these nationwide. They released them nationwide. So you can get the steak, egg, and cheese, which I have here, the bacon, egg, and cheese, or the sausage, egg, and cheese. It is pricier. I think for me, this whole combo was like around 11 bucks. I opted for extra breakfast sauce, which is kind of like a hollandaise type sauce, but like garlicky. Now, I don't like a wet sandwich, so I would say order at your own like risk. The reason I do opt for the extra sauce is because, again, when it came back, the sauce was so light. They used to have the perfect amount of sauce a few years ago, and because there's so much bread on it, it can get a bit dry. So I like the extra sauce myself. And then to drink, I just ordered an iced coffee, which might have been a mistake. Some people love McDonald's coffee. I was never one of those people to like love it. It just tastes okay. I mean, everything with like sweetener, and it tastes like what I imagine like hummingbird nectar to taste like, just straight sugar. I could have got a pop or a Coke or a soda, depending where you live, but I didn't feel like it. Even though it probably has like way more sugar than a Coke would. I did not get an orange juice because it's extra money. Now, if you did not know that an orange juice from McDonald's was an upcharge, sorry. Oh my god. I almost choked on steak. I don't like it when I'm starting a video and I feel like I'm choking on the steak. That's never happened before. Now I'm afraid to eat it. I'm just going to go back to the hash brown. I'm afraid. There's a class action lawsuit going on right now with McDonald's and their orange juice. So if you're one of the many Americans who have been ordering an orange juice with your McDonald's breakfast meals, and you never knew they upcharged you for ordering an orange juice, go online, type in McDonald's orange juice, and I bet you the first thing that's going to pop up, or one of the first, will be lawsuit. And you can get into that class action lawsuit. I guess people are alleging that McDonald's used deceptive advertising practices to depict that the orange juice just came with the meal, like a small, like a hot coffee or a Coke or something. It varies state to state or location how much the orange juice is an upcharge. For me, I think it's like $2 and something cents. It's like a lot of money for an orange juice. I can't be part of that class action lawsuit because I just admitted on camera that I knew it was an upcharge. But yeah, if you're watching this, you're like, what? I had no idea. Get in on it. I don't know how much you're going to get, but you could get something. I feel like I always knew it was more money because from a kid, whenever I try to order it, like whoever I was with would be like, that's extra money. So like from the age of like 10 or 11, I'm like, I can't get an orange juice. It's too much money. There's that sun. This also has like onions on it, which are okay. The onions used to be smaller. They're grilled onions. And the egg is really nice and fluffy too. I'm kind of disappointed in this hash brown though. It's not good at all. At all, but it's fine. Do you guys dip your hash browns in ketchup? If I were to take this home, I would because I have ketchup at home, but I don't like squeezing the packets of ketchup out on the go. I feel like I'm getting used to the taste of the new hash browns. By new, I mean the ones that have been around for over a decade. Remember when I feel like they changed whatever recipe or formula they have for the hash browns, and I could really taste the difference. But now I've been eating, or I'm used to this kind, that I can't even remember what the old one tasted like. It didn't taste like this. This tastes like shit. I don't even know if I'm going to eat this. Oh my God. I want to talk about Traitors with someone. Please listen to me. Okay. So there's going to be some spoilers for the season finale of Traitors that just aired like 2 days ago. So I want to start off by saying this. When the finale episode started off with Danielle getting voted off, I knew it was going to be like a tamer finale, you know? Because that was shocking to me. I really thought Danielle was going to make it to the end. Not necessarily win the money. I knew something was going to happen. I feel like there's so much crazy stuff going on. NBC Universal is just like, we gotta have the good guys win. So I thought she was going to survive. I really did think it was going to be like an Ivar elimination moment by chance with the coin. I thought it was going to be another stalemate. And I thought they were going to flip the coin, and by chance, Ivar was going to leave. Like, that's just how I thought it was going to go. But as soon as it pretty much started off with Danielle leaving, I'm like, okay, it's going to be a little more of a tame finale because that was a shock. There's not going to be like boom, 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 like too many surprises. And I was right. They got rid of Brittany pretty fast. Now, my biggest fear was that Gabby was not going to win the money in any capacity. I really feel like she was the only one I was kind of rooting for over the last few episodes. And again, I feel like it depends on when you watch a show like that. Are you rooting for like a traitor, or are you rooting for like a faithful? Like, it's however I feel like you would align yourself, subconsciously or not. That's who you're rooting for. I am kind of glad Brittany left. Not that I didn't want a traitor to win, but I kind of feel like if you get recruited last minute, I don't know, something about you winning the money, I just feel like it's not, I guess it's not, nothing is really fair. But, you know, I'd rather, I feel like if a traitor, how do I say this? If a traitor were to win, I would want them to be a traitor from day one and not just kind of squeeze in and claim it during the last, like, 2 days, you know? Dolores. I love my housewives, but my God. Let me chew so I don't choke to death. She made awful decisions. She truly did. I feel like her decisions were no better than Tom Sandoval's. Okay, note to self, don't get such a chewy meal next time. The bagel's chewy, the steak is chewy. It is what it is. The iced coffee's okay, I guess. But Dolores made no better decisions than Tom Sandoval and somehow still made it. I don't really think she deserved the money because she just made awful, like, voting choices, just the way she carried herself. I guess the way she carried herself was fine. I guess I was really rooting for her, and she really embarrassed me, being a Housewives fan and a New Jersey fan and a Dolo fan. But I guess she redeemed herself the very last minute, because I really thought at the end when they all throw in their smoke bags, and at the end they kind of reveal, okay, do you want to go up to the end with these people, or do you still think you have a traitor among you? I really thought she was going to mess that up, but she didn't. So I'm happy. I mean, I feel like 4 people is kind of a lot to split the pot with, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm happy overall. It was a nice ending for me because I was rooting for the faithfuls. Now, I didn't watch not the finale, but the reunion last night. And it really got me thinking, like, who would I want to be on the next season? Like, who would I want to see, I should say, not who I want to be. And I was just thinking of, like, random people when I was playing The Sims last night. And I know, like, side note, yes, I'm 36 years old. But what I do sometimes when my mom has my son is sometimes I like to just play The Sims. I don't play it really as much as I used to do because I have a kid in real life, and it's not as fun taking care of a virtual kid when I have a real kid right in front of me. Like, I have enough to do. You know, I don't want to be stressed in the game. So one of my favorite guilty pleasures is when my son is with my mom or, you know, at my in-laws' house for the night, I'll pop on The Sims for a bit, and I love to play the life of a single lady. I love playing a single lady on The Sims. I do. I can't explain it. I love living vicariously through this little tiny person of me. So that's what I did last night to relax. And I was thinking of random people who I'd want on the next season of Traitors. So NBC Universal, please feel free to use any or, like, all of these people. Now, would I want them all in a season together? If it was television for one, yes. I find these people entertaining. But at the same time, it would just hurt so much for every elimination, banishment, murder, because I enjoy these people in some capacity. Which, when I say some of these names, it's kind of odd. But I don't know. They're entertaining to me. But I understand that you have to have a lot of gamers. And now I don't watch a lot of the Big Brother, Survivor type shows. I used to, again, watch Survivor when I was younger, but I'm out of the loop. So again, this doesn't mean this is like the definite list. Like, obviously I would love some unknown gamer type personalities to be in there. But if any of these people pop up during the next season, I will be so happy. Like, oh, my gift of foresight truly came in handy. I don't know. Now I'm reading this, I'm embarrassed, but I gotta commit to it. Let me take one more bite of this bagel, and then we can get into it. The chewiest thing. I'm happy I'm spending time with you guys. I'm just gonna stick with the hash brown, but I don't know. Maybe I should have just got like an Egg McMuffin or something. I've never had pancakes from McDonald's. I don't think ever. That would have been nice and soft. Okay. First 2 people I have on my list. Now, I don't know if I'd want them to be on together, because there is a history between these two. Ideally, if they were to be on together, I would love for them to make it to the end together, but I don't know. They come from the Mob Wives universe. And that is Renee Graziano and Drita D'Avanzo. I would love to see these two women on my screen in any capacity again. I'll take either one, ideally both. Oh my God. To see them, I could tell the moment someone accuses them of lying or being a rat, don't say rat around Renee Graziano. She will blow up. The moment someone accuses her of lying and she's not, watch out. Drita, I think would be good for the physical competitions because there are some competitions that involve a little more strength. I noticed this past season that just ended, there weren't as many of those, which I think was for the benefit because there weren't a lot of, I think, athletic people. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't like critiquing someone's athletic skills, stamina, or anything. I don't because I could never. So I'm not sitting here being like, oh, that's so easy. But no, it's tough. I think they need some more muscle. But I think Drita could be that muscle. Sorry. The next person I have on my list, I'm just making myself laugh. Darcy Silva from TLC, Darcy and Stacy, and 90 Day Fiance. I want to see. Oh, talk about a dum-dum. I don't think she would last very long at all. But I want to see her face just crinkle up and those big lips, those big overinflated lips, start trembling when someone accuses her of something. I would love to see it. I also want to see her interact with somewhat normal people like Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan from WWE universe. And I say him because of the Nikki Bella of it all. I feel like it's inevitable that Brie is going to come on at one point. If not next season, maybe in the future. But why not? If Brie, just have her husband come on. That's a muscle. Another thing with this list. Some of the people I'm naming don't need the money, and it's not a money thing. I think we can't strictly have it on D-list celebrities and ex-reality show people because it's just gonna become something like I guess Dancing with the Stars. I don't really watch that show, but you kind of have to be has-been washed up, and I don't really want that for the Traitors. They have to have some pretty big name people once in a while to draw new eyes in, I think. And it's not really even a money thing. I would just think it's just entertainment. So I'd love to see Daniel Bryan in it. Talk about muscle. Ooh. I put Nick Lachey. I don't know why. Well, my husband said Nick Lachey. And I started laughing. Because I was once in a while watching Newlyweds on YouTube. And he would just come in and then just make comments about Nick and Jessica. It was a guilty pleasure of mine. But Nick Lachey, again, what's he doing? He's co-hosting Love is Blind with his wife. But Vanessa's a bigger star, right? It's like a Nick and Jessica situation all over again. Let him on it. Bring Nick Lachey over. I want to see that grump. What's a grumpy man? I don't know. I want to see interact with people. And I guess to say on the boy band theme, even though I wasn't going for a boy band category, I got to this name because I was thinking of again, random people. How would one random Impractical Joker do on the Traitors? What would that look like? Would it just be so odd? Because it's not time for jokes and laughs. You have to really, there are some time for jokes and laughs. I was laughing at Bob the Drag Queen all the time. But, I don't know. I want to wonder, how would they do? But I'm if I can't get an Impractical Joker, let's get Joey Fatone. He's an Impractical Joker anyway. He's on that show a lot, right? He's an honorary Impractical Joker. Let's get Joey Fatone on there. I would love to see him on there. I just put one of the Property Brothers. I don't care. Is it Drew? What's the other one? It's Drew Scott, the Scott brothers, right? maybe Drew. I don't know what the other one's name is. So just one of the Property Brothers. Or they can go like the Dylan Efron route and get their younger emo brother. I don't know what his name is. Zachary? I'm just making up names. But yeah, I think just seeing one of the Property Brothers on there, just because it'd be so odd. Like, is that a Property Brother? Well, I would love to see one of them just talking to Darcy in her face, like. Steve-O, again, does not need the money, but I would love to see Steve-O interact with people that I watch on my screen a lot. Don't know how he would do, but I think he could defend himself. Ooh, I would love to see Steve-O as a traitor. I think out of all these people I'm listing, I don't really have in my head attached like traitor faithful. But yeah, let's make Steve-O a traitor. I want to see him take his cloak off and like, just laugh and stuff, Now you might be thinking, you haven't said a single housewife. That's about to change. But not housewife exactly, but part of the housewife universe. And I think that would fare really well because the housewives have like a pretty bad rap. And I think a way to kind of buffer that would be to get put Joe Gorga on there. Put Joe Gorga on. You want to see a little man get heated? Put him on there. He'll get into it with a man or woman. He doesn't care. And I like it when he gets into it with the ladies. I'm in that rare breed of people where I like it when the husbands yell at the other housewives, whether it be their wife or not. I like seeing that. This one's really near and dear to my heart. I don't know if too many of you guys watched Real Housewives of Dallas, but Leanne Lockett, television gold. I think if an alternate reality happened and Salt Lake City premiered when Dallas did and Dallas premiered when Salt Lake City did, Dallas would be the superior show. Leanne Lockett is such a character. In season 2, when she got in Carrie's face and Carrie said, your breath smells bad, I can smell your breath. And she gets even closer and says, good. I hope it smells like dog shit. Lick it up. That's the kind of energy I want to see at the round table. And I know Alan would just love it. Alan would be laughing the whole time. And I want to see Alan happy. So get Leanne Lockett in there. I have Erica Jane. I think Erica Jane would be great. Do I want to see her as a traitor? Yeah, I do. I really do. Ooh, Steve-O and Erica Jane. I love it. Lisa Barlow, sure. I think sooner than later, I think out of all the Salt Lake City housewives, it would be Lisa Barlow I'd want to see the most, just my opinion. I'm not like a stan of hers. I don't like love her, but I think she'd be great TV for the Traitors. The Situation, Mike Sorrentino from Jersey Shore. Love it. I think I have a lot of Italian people on here, but I don't mind. I like it. I would love to see The Situation on there because he has calmed down so much since he has a family and went to prison, camp, jail, whatever you want to call it. I think he'd be great on the show. Tori Spelling. She was on the Denise Richards and her Wild Things show, and I was like, wow, I haven't thought of Tori Spelling in so long. Well, I did. Well, when she was on the how do I want to say this? Make it PG. When William Shatner was on her podcast and they were talking about some sexual things, that's the last time I thought about Tori Spelling. But yeah, get her back on my TV. Spencer Pratt. Okay. Let's bring Spencer in. He made some like headlines when the wildfires were happening in California, right? Bring him on. He's good TV. If you want to bring a drag queen on, I have 3 in mind. I have a lot in mind. There's so many talented, funny drag queens I would watch in a second. But who would I want to see sooner than later? Would probably be Katya. Would be great. Jujubee will say yes to anything, so please get Jujubee on there. Lovely. I love Jujubee. One of my favorite drag queens of all time. But who I'd want to see the most would be Delta Work from Very Delta and RuPaul's Drag Race fame. I think Delta would be eating down at those round tables. I would love to see Delta just calling it out and making some round table history. So please let that happen. I think Delta needs to be on it. And then I have Adriana from Real Housewives of Miami. bring a little bit of more chaos in there. And then last but not least, oh my God, I need to get this in for my camera guys. Guy Fieri. I know he doesn't need the money, but I think Guy Fieri would, again, much like a property brother, be like, is that Guy Fieri? And he's already in the NBC Universal family from hosting that Minute to Win It, right? Oof, okay. So yeah, those are my trader thoughts. Thank you so much for joining me. I know I didn't do much eating. I truly was afraid I was going to choke to death. And I can't end up like Mama Cass. Even though I think that was a rumor, but I don't. Like, let's not even put that in the universe. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Let's rebuke it in the name of Jesus. But okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching this. Let me know who your trader picks are down below. And yeah, until next time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And just thank you for being here with me, guys. All right, I appreciate you. Oh my God. I thought it ended. Okay, I appreciate you guys. Bye, bye, bye.